Welcome back to episode 32 of Project Ozone 2 Kappa mode, and, well, things have changed. Oh, I've just been building more of that, never mind. Let's pop downstairs and you'll see what I mean. Down. Down, boy. Okay, I've crafted the Energy Condenser. Crafting it was another die crafting table recipe, but nothing in there was new. It was all existing stuff. Aside from snowmen, you need that for frozen cores. And the easiest way to do that once everything catches up with me is just to get some pumpkins and some snow. If you haven't done this before, you may have already done it. And just build yourself a little block like this made of snow with a gap in the middle. Pop in 2 snow. Pop in a pumpkin. And he can't get out. And you're done. Well, you have to craft that a few times, but never mind. You're mostly done. So it's time to assemble, I think, the last tier of rocket, and hopefully we can get out somewhere. Well, let me show you what we actually need first of all. We need the second tier of this, and let me just show you how this works actually before I head out there. So, if we need something, let's say, I don't know, what do I actually need? Let's say some red alloy ingots, or in fact, no, let's say some Mobius fuel, because that's more appropriate to Project E, isn't it? So in here, I've got an export bus underneath, and I've got a switch next to it. The redstone bus, the export bus has got a redstone card in it. If I can click on it, and some acceleration cards. So it's set to export nether stars. So if I need no more nether stars, I flip the switch, and more nether stars arrive. Because I don't have a huge amount of farms producing nether stars yet, well, I've got 44k, but they're not being produced that fast. It's just going in the background. So what this does is it changes whatever you put in this top slot into EMC, but it pulls the EMC from whatever's in the main container. So if I want more Mobius fuel, I should right-click there and it starts converting nether stars across. Now that may seem okay, and it certainly means I don't need to do a lot of crafting of this stuff, which takes a while because I only have the one Philosopher's Stone. But the Philosopher's Stone is needed to get you started because you need to have at least one thing to be able to... in fact, unless you can you... Let's say if I wanted Eternalis... Can I just grab you and say I want you? No, you definitely need to craft one. Okay. So the crafting is pretty fine. I have gone ahead and crafted a few things into the quests, which is down in the Kappa section. So we've got Alchemical Chest, the Energy Condenser, Alchemical Bag, Description Catalyst, and Red Matter. Dark matter. These two need demon steel of the 10th magnitude, I think. So that's take an awful lot of nether stars. And the transmutation table, which is what we need to head to at some point soon, is, well, it's a hell of a recipe. Let's put it that way. Yeah. We don't have half of this stuff yet. Some things we do, some things we don't. We can now make red matter using that chest quite easily. Compressed Gaia Spirit. That doesn't look good. None of that says EMC on it. And that's not great, to be honest. I don't want to have to fight that thing that many times, but unless there's another way of making Gaia Spirit, and I don't see it, I guess we're going to have to. Some Britannia stuff, some unstable stable ingots, so we're going to have to, and that doesn't have the alternative of the unstable ingot, which means we're going to have to do the second ritual in Ender Extra Utilities, which is the, I forget the name of it. No, I've forgotten the name of it, but you'll see, we're going to have to go through it anyway. Some bedrock, an infinity catalyst, infinity stars. So infinity stars need the Neutronium compressor, which needs Neutronium collectors. Remember that recipe that we need an awful lot of? And infinity catalyst is, again, a whole bunch of stuff we don't have yet. And some of that is EMCable. Some of it is definitely not EMCable. So yeah, I've got a lot of going and looking out for that kind of stuff. But let's first get out into space, because the one place I want to go to is the last, hopefully, I'm really hopeful there isn't many more of this, but hopefully the last planet we need to go to, which takes a tier 10 rocket to get to, which I've been crafting up. And the EMC table really helps with the EMC chest, really helps with that. Tier 10 rocket. This is the third tier of launch. Where's my launch pad gone? Did I not replace it? No, I guess I didn't. Tier 3 launch pad is still 5x5. That's 4. But it is the third tier of stuff, so you can't use the previous kind of dark blue one to get out of here. That's okay. And it's the same one you used to get to Eris, which is what we did last episode. And again, the ore from Eris is also EMCable, which means, yeah, let's just put you down. That's huge. Yeah. So this is going to fill it with fuel now. It is going to take a little while, I imagine. Let's go back downstairs while that fuels up. And then what else can we do? Well, some of the things I've been creating with the EMC chest is lots of transceivers. No need to craft or automate crafting of dimensional transceivers. Or in fact, tesseracts. If you prefer tesseracts, as long as you make one, you can exchange them for EMC. Some of the hardest things to use EMC for is the demon steel. So if I just grab 9th, okay, and if I say I want 9th magnitude, 1. You can see the problem, I hope. You're going to need lots of nether stars. So if I want 10th, which is what we need, let's just, where is 10th? So the recipes for the red morning star and the red Qatar. One is for digging holes, I think, mainly. And yeah, that's the tool side, and this is the weapon side. If you want those, yeah, to get those, you need 10th. 2. And the reason that we need to get to, have I shown you the next condenser yet? No. So there's a Mark II. The Mark II needs all of this stuff. Red matter blocks we can EMC, dark matter blocks we can EMC, which I already have done. But we need these, the diamonds, and there's different colours of diamonds around Energy Condenser 1. So once we finish the crafting recipe, I'll take the Energy Condenser 1s on the floor and put them in here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 colours. 5 colours. So we need to get 5 colours, and they can only be gotten from Kepler 22b, and that they are EMCable, but we shouldn't need it because we only need a small amount. I think we need 6 each. Oh no, wait. Let's say 12 each of 5 colours. Yeah. Okay, so we need to go to Kepler 22b then. That's still going. In fact, let me just make sure it doesn't convert. Oh no, they're all 9th. That's fine. That's 1/10. So we're going to need like, what was it? Like 6/10 or something? So I'll just leave this going. How many, because I've got the nether star export off at the moment. How many nether stars do we have left? That's 4,000 out of 40, so a 10th. Wow, I'm going to need to go and kill the Ender Dragon a few more times and get more Awakened Draconium blocks to get another farm running. So, do we have fuel? We have fuel, okay. Let's lift off. Hopefully 22b is visible. Hopefully I don't have to go through any more planets, but we'll see once we're up there and the map loads. Hope you've enjoyed this series, but we are getting definitely into endgame territory now. So, you know, I don't need necessarily the various different mechanisms I've been using to create things. In particular, we don't need the QED all that much, at least certainly for tesseracts and machine chassis and stuff like that. You can see my little mob spawning farm there. A lot of the stuff we need to get from that. However, one thing I do need to do is music discs, and I don't have all those. I don't have all the music discs yet. And that's one thing we're going to need for the ritual for extra utilities. So I've got to find a way of doing that. If I remember rightly, it's something like getting skeletons to shoot creepers. But yeah, that's not great. So where can we go? We go to the Kuiper Belt, Maka or Maker, or whatever you want to pronounce that, and Holmia tier ? Okay. Can we zoom into the Kuiper Belt? That looks like it's going to be mostly ice. Okay, so here's our normal overworld. If we zoom out, you'll see there are other places to go to. And obviously this isn't to scale, but there are 4 other solar systems. Kepler 69, 47, 62, and the one we want, which is 22, which we can zoom into. And there's only really one planet we're interested in 22b. And the biome is 22b, Purple Maple Forest Slime. And you'll notice at the bottom right, down here, there's no oxygen indicator. So, good. We can stay here for as long as we want. Where's our rocket, however? Oh, there's the parachute. Good. So very, very different, and but it looks like there's just Endermen here. They've colonized another solar system. Endermen. Where's my parachute gone? There it is. I want to keep that tier 10 in case we want to go to the other solar systems. I shouldn't need to, but yeah, let's do that. And let's, while I'm here, store a location. So let's say add a new Kepler 22b and commit that. Lock it. And then we can go back home if we want to. However, while we're here, let's dig down. Got plenty of inventory space. We're probably going to need it. Hopefully we don't hit lava or anything, but let's pop down. And apologies, this is going to be pretty dark on YouTube. Ooh, marble. Okay, I'm going to get some torches. Or something to light the way. Glowstone, maybe. Excuse me. Glowstone. There we go. Hopefully you can all see a little bit better now. And let's just head this way a little bit and then essentially a vein mine. So we're going to want different diamond ores, so blue. And we can vein mine these if we want to, but to be honest, we're not going to need very many or very much of this stuff, so... actually, can this mine vein bedrock? No. Shame. I was hoping Draconic could do that. So what colours have I got now? Let me just get rid of the rest of this stuff into the system. So I've got 3 colours. Copper ore and iron ore I don't need. So we're going to look for the rest of the colours now. Let's just vein mine all of this stuff. It's 4 colours, and is there any more of it in here? No, let me go and look for the rest of the colours. Oh, tin ore. I'm going to look for the rest of the colours, and we'll be right back once I've found them. Unless they're right there. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, be right back. And we're just back at the base. I have actually got some of those now. So let's just put the purple through. Yep. And all the rest as well. We don't actually need to worry about the quantities of these. Just one of each would have done. Because anything that we don't need, we'll be able to duplicate. So if we look at diamonds now. We'll see that we've got some of each of the types. So let's just grab them out of the system. That's 5 types. And back to our condenser, which has now finished making 9 demon steel of the 9th dimension. But not 9 times, unfortunately. So let's get some more nether stars in there. And I don't want more demon steel. I actually want some of this stuff. So let's just shut that back off. Not very much of each. We're going to need 6. So not 6, 12 of each type. So let's just make sure we have enough spare. There we go. I think I've got everything. So let's go back to this. So I've put in the red matter blocks and the dark matter blocks, and we just need the rest. So the condenser Mark II, which also has EMC of 12 million. So we can manufacture more of these without any more of these diamonds. Good. So green is vertical. Blue is horizontal. And those two you don't really need more of, I don't think. No, it's just red, purple, yellow going out. So red, purple, and we can actually whoops, not purple there, and yellow going outwards. And when I can make more of these automatically, I will happily enjoy that because I don't like placing stuff in the extreme crafting tables. So now we just need the centerpiece, which is our energy condenser itself. So we're going to want to get rid of all... we can't... well... I guess I can get rid of them this way. Yeah, and let's just get rid of all the diamonds as well. We don't need those anymore, hopefully. And this goes into the middle. We get an Energy Condenser Mark II, which should give us a quest reward. Yeah, Energy Converter. Okay, now the difference is that this should be much, much faster. So if we turn on the nether stars, I think the output should be over here rather than the same thing. And let's say we want to... what are we going to do? We've got an Energy Condenser Mark II. So to duplicate, I'm going to need another Mark 1, I think. Or maybe another Mark 2. Yeah, maybe I need to lay out another one and go through it all over again. Once I've got a Mark 2 up here, then we can actually duplicate. So I'll go ahead and do that and bring you back once I'm done. And one more time with feeling. 1, 2, 3, 4. And an Energy Condenser Mark 2. 2 of them. Okay, now, so I can then change this to make these. And one thing to be careful with this Energy Condenser Mark II won't be so much with this block, but with the prerequisites that we just made. It converts things instantly, which means if you have a lot of nether stars accessible, it will convert those instantly. So this right-hand output buffer just fills. Even if you only want 4 items, it will fill. So yeah, just watch it. However, in this case, as you can see, it does take a lot more to get Energy Condensers Mark IIs. But we're fine. And the only thing you can possibly do there is just take out the acceleration cards here to slow down the input of nether stars. But we have Mark II energy condensers, so what we can do, I think, is probably put those separate, have export buses to them that are controlled in some way. And then if we want stuff, we just pipe in nether stars and maybe pull out the output. So that's pretty much that system done. And a lot of the work now for, well, let's just take a look at what I've been crafting. Harvesters, so if I want a stack of harvesters, that's no problem. Transceivers, yeah, if I want a stack of those, that's no problem. Ender chests, well, why not? There's no real need there. Let's see, conduits. So the green conduit I can just basically craft immediately. How about smart cable? I've not actually done this crafting yet. That is not EMCable. Such a shame. I guess the components are though, so that's not terribly much of a bother. So yeah, I've now got a huge amount of stuff, and actually I need to put those item fabricators back. I borrowed them for the recipe, item fab, and I accidentally created 1400 item fabricators. Yeah, that's exactly how I found out how not to do that. So yeah, I'll just pop those two back and we'll sort that out. Okay, so that's that done, and we've got into EMC. The next stage of that, however, the transmutation tablet, is probably still quite far away from us. I'm going to have to do a lot of this off camera. Let's see just how much of this is EMCable though. Ultimate furnaces, good, that is EMCable. All the ME2 stuff, the AE2 stuff won't be EMCable. Draconic evolution, unfortunately, isn't. That would be really nice if it was. But no, in fact, even all of this stuff, the blue gems is, so we don't have to go back to mining on the planets for the most part. You can't make heavy-duty plate for the rockets directly, but you can make all the components, you know, like the tungsten and the zinc and everything else, the carbon. Oh, carbon is probably good from Venus as well. Infinity stars we're going to need to get to, and that also needs lots of... lots of nether stars. So let's look at the Neutronium compressor. That's going to probably need Neutronium? Get the spell right. Neutronium compressor. There we go. So that's a lot of stuff, but it needs Neutronium itself. All right. And Neutronium, as we know, we get from the Neutron Collector, which is likely EMCable. So we need compressed dark iron, which I think we have. Did I make enough of it for this dark iron? I think I did, you know. So compressed dark iron. I need it for the tier 10 rocket. but we have this already. So if this works, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13. No, the bottom one is something else. Neutron Collector. What is the bottom slot? HOP graphite ingots, which needs HOP graphite dust, which is from graphite ingot. Okay, or a squeezer. We need an industrial squeezer, or a, well, the crusher doesn't help. No, is it just the squeezer? I think we get it from coke dust, which we can get through a crusher, or only a crusher. Okay, so we need a crusher and a squeezer then. Okay, so here's the not the squeezer, the crusher. It's basic layout for immersive engineering, just like our metal press. We have some steel scaffolding, light engineering blocks, steel fence, and hoppers. And if we hit this with a hammer in the middle here at the front, this bit is the front. There it is. It forms. And then we can then supply some power, I guess. Let's put you there, and let's say receive from the main capacitor, and it's full of RF. Okay, so we want some coal coke, not charcoal. I made the wrong thing previously. Let's just drop some coal coke in. In fact, let's just put a chest down first. I think it auto outputs, if I remember rightly, but we'll see very shortly. There we go. We're getting coke dust. So now we just need the industrial squeezer. There we are. And let's pop you down, and will you just take power? If I just take this lazily and just put it here, will you take power? Doesn't look like it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it is a multi-block. I thought it was going to be that, but couldn't find it in the... Unless I missed it, I couldn't find it in the manual. So let's just pop downstairs and just get a few more of, let's say, these blocks, please. Yep, 4 stacks will be fine. And let's go make it up. And back up. Okay, so we want light engineering blocks first, I think. There's a heavies. I'm not sure why I made heavies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one in the middle. And then on top of that, we can put the top row in, which is just, again, 9 of the light engineering blocks, I think. Soon see if we've got this right or not. And then we can just pop the rest in with squeezers. Hit it with a hammer, and hopefully we get an industrial squeezer. Good. So from here, I can then probably put another chest down. Not sure if obsidian chests are void chests. We're about to find out though. And we'll just grab some coke dust from over here, pop it in here, and we need to power this with something. Oh, it's got 4 outputs. Does it have an input on the top? Let's just grab the... I know this is like, oh no, guess what? I can't justify being that lazy. Let's just pop some conduit over here, shall we? There we go. So, do you have RF? You don't? Why don't you have RF? Oh, no, it does. It is. It's just building up slowly. And there it goes. So, yeah, it just uses all it possibly can do. So, HOP graphite dust. So, we're going to need another stack, I think, of coke dust. Coal coke, even. And that's going to convert it into 8 more. I think I'm going to need... Is it 9? Can we see... Let's see, HOP, graphite. What does it need to take 1 ingot? Oh, it's okay. Yeah, we've got 1 ingot. That's okay. And if that's EMCable, then everything is great because we can just pop it into. Need to figure out alignment with those, or just make larger paths made of more elevators. So, yeah, didn't grab it in time. HOP graphite ingot. Was it just an ingot that we needed? And you're not EMCable. Ah, so unfortunate. So I am going to make more of that. That's okay. But I can make 1 Neutron Collector, I guess. Oh, maybe I don't want to, because maybe I want to preserve this recipe so I can just shift-click stuff in. But... really? Have I got something wrong? Neutron Collector? Neutron? Or is it a block? Neutron Collector? No, it's not. I'm missing something clearly. Right, I need to go and figure out what I'm missing. Back in a second. Found the culprit. It's this block right here. It's not Elven Quartz. It looks next to identical. See the two of those? See the difference? Very slight. But we can now make a Neutron Collector. I'm not going to take that out of the recipe block because it isn't EMCable. I'm going to have to go and craft a lot more of each of these ingredients. I want maybe 3 or 4 stacks of these, so that's a lot of crafting. Particularly the dark iron, I can scale up by number of machines, but the crystallized redstone, that takes a fair amount of time in the assembly table. So maybe I'll bulk up the assembly table. The others, well, that's definitely neither of those two things, the vibrantium or that. And the vibrantium, yeah, that's going to be another issue as well. We're going to have to figure out a way to get villagers. So I'm going to have to do that in the next episode. Need a way to solve our villagers automatically to get lots of vibrantium processing. The outside tier is not too bad. The compressed dark iron, we've already got lots of machines anyway. And because I've got a tier 10 rocket now, I don't need those. So I could hook them all up to make compressed dark iron and then EMC the input. Dark cloud, I'm going to have to go and collect a lot of that stuff. HB graphite we've just done. Signalum large plate I need to create, but we can create signalum easily enough. Just put it through in our instant smeltery. Flux crystal block I don't think is terribly, that conductive iron is fine. Flux crystal block, is that flux crystal block? Needs flux crystals, which are made in fluid transposer with diamonds and redstone. Okay. That's not too bad. So everything here is craftable. And what's the solar neutron activator? I did make one, but I always forget the recipes. Steel casing isn't EMCable, and neither is the HDPE. So the reinforced alloy and electric control circuits are. So that's an end to a lot of mechanism drudgery. However, HDPE we need to make, and still so we need to make steel casings as well. So we need to make lots of steel casings, which means oh, that's fine. The machine frames are EMCable. Oh, that's so good. Is the resonant one? The resonant one has to be. Please. Yes. Okay. So maybe I should have waited for that maximum size ME controller until I got EMC. But it's fine. It's fine. I'll be okay. I'll be okay eventually. So yeah, I'm going to get some of that made between the episodes. And when we come back next episode, we will plant down the neutron collectors, and I'll probably have the farms rebuilt by then as well, because I'm going to need lots more neutron stars. If you guys know what anything better to make than neutron stars, let me know, because we're going to need a lot of EMC for some of the other stuff. Let's just quickly take a look at the armor, because we're going to need to make the top tier of armor, the infinity armor. But I don't want to use up the ones that I'm actually wearing, and these aren't EMCable. So if I get wyvern, not chest plate, the helm, let's say. And what prerequisite? Oh, that is EMCable, but we only need one. So yeah, that's no use, is it? No. That's such a shame. But the battlesuit plate is, so I guess we can make that part of it, which is a bit annoying to make. The dark helm, dark steel, we've got loads of. Zavisha, we've got loads of. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff to do for that. But again, this little block will mean so much until we can get to that transmutation table. Okay, so if you like the episode, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And next episode, we'll probably proceed, build some nether star farms. I'll have to go and kill the ender dragon a lot more, and then make stacks of neutron collectors and get those set up to be collecting tiny piles of neutrons. Until then, see you next time. Thanks for watching.